This is the political earthquake no one saw coming. Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson, once allies in the populist right movement, are now at war. And the fallout is explosive. What started as a disagreement over foreign policy has quickly spiraled into a full-blown civil war inside the MAGA base. The trigger? Trump's increasingly aggressive stance on Iran and Tucker Carlson's refusal to go along with it. This isn't just a policy debate, this is personal. And it's tearing apart the very foundation of the movement that helped launch Trump to the presidency. Let's start with the bombshell moment. Tucker Carlson, appearing on Steve Bannon's show, yes, Sloppy Steve himself, publicly, and bluntly called out Donald Trump's push for war with Iran, but he didn't stop there. He torched his former employer, Fox News, calling it a propaganda network that's manipulating its elderly viewers into blindly supporting another reckless military intervention. His exact words, "They're just turning up the propaganda hose to full blast." That's Tucker Carlson, conservative darling, former Fox News heavyweight, accusing the right's flagship media outlet of brainwashing its audience to prep them for war. It's a stunning reversal. The same Tucker Carlson who once defended Trump at every turn is now warning Americans that the former president is leading them toward a catastrophic conflict in the Middle East, one that could cost thousands of American lives and tens of billions of dollars. He even cited Pentagon estimates to back it up. According to him, bombing Iran's nuclear sites would ignite a regional war, guaranteed. This will be America's war. He said, "Don't let the propagandists lie to you." And Trump, he fired back. From the G7 summit, he addressed a question about Tucker and swiped hard. He praised the Iran deal he once touted, then jabbed Carlson. I don't know what Tucker Carlson is saying. Let him go get a television network and say it. That wasn't the end of it. Trump later posted on social media, "Somebody please explain to Cookie Tucker Carlson that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon." The insult wasn't subtle. Cookie Tucker, a childish jab meant to dismiss Carlson as weak, unserious, and irrelevant. But the MAGA base isn't falling in line this time. In fact, many of them are backing Tucker. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of Trump's most loyal allies, sided with Carlson. She posted, "Foreign wars, regime change. They kill innocent people, make us broke, and ultimately lead to our destruction." That's not Cookie. That's what millions of Americans voted for. America first. It was a direct rebuke of Trump's war rhetoric and a warning shot. The anti-war populist wing of the GOP isn't staying silent. Meanwhile, Trump's old allies are turning against each other. Candace Owens blasted the former president, saying he completely fractured his base and did it for the very elites who launched the Never Trump movement. Laura Loomer piled on, questioning whether Tucker was ever a real Trump supporter, and dragging up old claims that he once asked Hunter Biden to write a college recommendation letter. It's getting messy and desperate. There's a real fracture here, not just in tone, but in ideology. Tucker represents a growing wing of the right that is tired of endless wars and sick of being told what to think by party leaders and legacy media. Trump, on the other hand, seems to be reverting to the same hawkish impulses he once ran against. Remember when he mocked Obama in 2011, claiming Obama would start a war with Iran just to win re-election? Now Trump is doing the exact same thing. And his base remembers. It gets worse. Trump actually posted, and then deleted, a shocking message urging people to evacuate Tehran, the capital of Iran. Think about that, a former US president telling civilians in a foreign country to flee, implying an attack could be imminent. The post was quickly scrubbed. But the message was clear: Trump is posturing for war, and for once, no one's laughing it off as just Trump being Trump. To make matters even more surreal, online sleuths pointed out that pizza orders to the Pentagon have dramatically spiked, an obscure but long-rumored signal that something big might be brewing. Behind closed doors, it could be nothing, but paired with Trump's increasingly erratic behavior and the rising tensions with Iran, it has people spooked. Even more moderates on the right are calling out the madness. Tim Nichols wrote, "Once upon a time, if a US president urged civilians in a foreign capital to evacuate, we'd be deeply concerned about his mental health." Now everyone shrugs, and he's right. Trump's lurching from one geopolitical disaster to another, and his own base, the one that trusted him to avoid exactly this kind of conflict, is starting to turn. This isn't a sideshow. This is the future of the conservative movement in real time. On one side, you have Trump, drifting back into the neocon foreign policy mindset. On the other, you have Carlson, Bannon, MTG, and the rest of the America First crew refusing to let another war happen in their name. And the lines are hardening. So where does this end? Right now, no one knows. But if this war of words escalates into a real political break, it could reshape the right for years to come. What we do know is this: the MAGA base is no longer unified. Trump is bleeding support from within, and Tucker Carlson, love him or hate him, has emerged as one of the few people willing to challenge the king. The civil war inside MAGA has officially begun, and this time, there may be no going back.